What's going on? It's Southern Girl Denise, the CEO of the Not So Christian and Me show on the legendary KYK 1140 AM and the all new 106.5 FM. Man, y'all, it's been a minute since your girl been in the studio, and I'm so elated to be up in the building because I have a full house in the building. When I come in strong. So for those who tune in on social media, y'all can see we got a full house. I ain't playing no games this Saturday. I'm so glad that the sun came out, because the last time my guest was going to come on the show, it was a storm had hit, and so everybody was kind of out of lights and stuff. So I'm just glad that God shined a light on us today, and it's a beautiful day because it started out raining this morning. I'm like, oh man, here we go again, like it's raining now. But I'm so glad that everything turned out and they are in full effect. Without further ado, two of my guests already been on the show. They done been on the show probably like 3 times, probably 3 or 4 times now. So they're no stranger. They're my family, and they also the family of soul poetry. And without further ado, let me introduce the guests of the building. We have soul poetry. We have my cousin over here, Yolanda Poet. And we just pass the mic around. Y'all introduce yourselves.
You got Ashley Neodorized here.
Lady 380 in the building. Ain't nobody in here bulletproof?
Yes.
Madam President, 2044, vote for more.
Hey. We got Siraj Rich King is in the building.
Hey. You already know, Fetty in the building, film producer, soul poetry, rise up.
Yeah. He gonna come in out. You already know what time it is. You already know. He had to get his spin on. So tell us what's going on, what y'all been up to. And first tell us about soul poetry for those who don't know.
Oh man, okay. Well, those that don't know, I know, right? Soul poetry has been around for actually performing improv since about 2012, 2013. So we've actually been doing performing and spitting for a little bit over 12 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's just a bunch of creative, monster spiritual poets, wordsmiths, writers, actors, entrepreneurs, designers, photography, cinematography that all come together and put on amazing shows, but are just amazing poets individually. So we just come together like the Avengers and make it happen.
I like how you said that, the Avengers, because it's like all of you guys bring something different to the table. So I want you guys to share, what do you bring to the table to make this thing so impactful?
Well, that's a good question. We just bring our natural poetry, our natural selves and everything. For me, I believe I bring advocacy.
I like that.
So I like advocacy poetry because I do advocate for certain things in the community, including, the homeless community or people experiencing sexual assault, domestic violence. So just different facets of advocacy and social services.
I love that. I love that.
I'm Lady 380, so I bring like a big bang, small package. Have a way with words that'll, I get real literary straight to it. I also like to bring the taboo subjects, things that most people don't really talk about, and kind of bring that to light so that we shed awareness to those aspects as well. But yeah, I talk my talk,
And walk that walk too, y'all. So when she walk on that stage, she brings it, okay?
So, as Madam President, I actually use my platform to campaign for my presidential campaign in 2044. My biggest thing with my poetry is just trying to make sure people understand that they are individuals, that they all have a place here. So I share my story and create spaces for them to do that too.
I like that.
I bring a lot of creativity and energy and positivity and love and light, and I make this shit look good.
Yes, you do. You definitely do a good job of making it look good.
Well, when the world needs to see it, that's why I come in.
There you go.
Those who can't make it to shows, those who can't make it to Cypress and see them spit, I record it and I produce it and I let the whole world see it. So now we worldwide.
Yeah.
Now Fetty, you've been doing this thing for a while, but this is kind of like your first time doing like poetry being in the poetry scene. Am I correct?
I've been with them for
Okay.
like since the beginning.
Mhm.
But and we also have, which is still in rotation, the film documentary on Houston poetry called Pens.
Okay.
Unity Needed Society. It's hit over 30 film festivals worldwide.
Wow.
Won over 17 awards.
Wow. Give it up.
And
That's awesome.
It's still going. So and when y'all need to see it, I'm the one that's gonna put it out there. Make sure y'all know who 380 is, who Madam President is, who Siraj is, Ashley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure y'all know y'all gonna put faces with the poems that they speak.
So it's several different layers to soul poetry. Break it down a little bit for those who don't know. 'Cause I know you said we have pens, and then we also have the movie. We're gonna touch on that because I'm in that one, y'all. I'm in that movie. I throw that out there. I'm in that one.
She's like,
yeah.
Okay, so we again layer. So House Without a Father actually started probably about 2018, 2019.
Okay.
It was right before COVID when Carlos had brought up the idea of writing a script, a poetic play. So when doing that, it was just he had the bylines, and all the poets actually wrote their own poems while acting it out in the play.
Gotcha.
And of course, we know the play did absolutely great. It sold out. The next venture from that was it was going to do a short animation, but God just put on his heart, man, we got to make this a short film. So of course, we reached out to Fetty. Fetty came with the cinematography director, and then our beautiful sister Katrina Jenkins Jayla wrote the screen right for it in less than 2 weeks.
Shout out
to I didn't know it was only 2 weeks. Wow.
Right. So we shot that last year, right? Yeah. We ended up shooting that last year, and it just came together like magical. And still the same poems, 380, Slight, Adam's Eve, myself, with Ashley being the main lead, all came together. It's still part of it's almost like a poetic movie. And with that being said, how many have we won? How many?
Man, it's so
we're
many.
up to 7 film festivals right now.
7. 7. That's a lucky number right there. Sure.
And it just keep going.
And there's a film festival in Houston in October.
Oh yeah, please tell us about that.
In Houston in October. I need to get some more information on that, but we're going to make sure we have a flyer out to make sure everybody can come see the screening. And that's just going to be another one in the books for us.
That's going to be good.
This film still has legs,
so
it'll never stop running. So, and it's a family-oriented film.
Right.
Your grandmother can watch it. The grandkids can watch it.
And everybody in between.
Right.
Everybody in between. So it's clean.
Baby and them can watch it too.
They need to watch it.
And that's going to be our niche from this day forward. The more films we'll do will be, geared towards something that's positive, something that's family oriented that everyone can sit down and learn something from.
Yeah. And
the actors and actresses are just phenomenal, from the kids to Ashley.
Natural.
Just keep that name in the books, because that's going to be a name that you're going to hear from this day forward. I promise you that.
Now, did you guys think the film was going to take off like this with all of these accolades?
I did.
Okay,
right. I thought it was going to do great, but wow, you just never know.
That's true. You never know.
Exploded. When we had that pandemic, it kind of slowed things down a little bit. But again, like I said, you're dealing with so many different facets of individuals that come with so much great talent that already was doing great things on their own. 380 been no smoke volumes, Madam President and what she's been doing on top of her design. And Siraj is already doing artist access and then hip hop as well. Fetty has been filming, so it was like magic coming together. And then with me and wifey actually doing films and plays forever.
Yes, for real.
And actually being able to work together. So it was just a blessing how it just came together like a dream team.
Right.
But it's a breath of fresh air because it's not the norm. Ain't nobody selling no dope in the movie.
There you go. There you
ain't
go.
Nobody killing nobody, shooting to get shot. So the audience for that has been there, but no one was producing the content for them to, to grab. So that's what we just stepped on in. So I knew this was going to be exactly what it is, and it's still soaring.
And go ahead.
I knew it was going to be a special film, you know, but I definitely didn't know it would take off like this. It was special because it was a family affair.
Right.
You know,
That's so true.
Cousin, you know,
yeah.
so,
And then the kids, our
so
kids, your
thank you,
kids.
the kids.
Right.
You know, cousins got
Exactly.
to, act together and everything. So I knew it was going to be special, but for God to put a covering on it like this, you know, and have it take off, it's, you know, and plus too, the film is familiar. It's about perseverance. It's about, you know, an ode to single mothers, you know, persevering through life and, you know, trying to handle life challenges, financial challenges, raising kids at the same time,
right.
And stuff like that. So I really hope that people are able to really get something from it and be able to persevere because of it.
Absolutely. You want to say something? So before the October Film Festival, I know we have another one that's coming up this month, actually, and I'm planning on going in Detroit. Yeah. Who wants to talk about that one? The one that's in Detroit.
Hey, you want to talk about
it? If Los was there, he would.
I know he's the one.
Just shout out to Carlos.
Yes, he's been working his butt off.
He's been really just making all this take off the way it is. So we just get the notifications. That's one over here. I can't keep up with them. So we'll have more information on the one that's in Detroit, like far as location, time, and all that. But I'm trying to keep up with them. So, but hey, let it roll. But I know it's one in Detroit for sure.
I know one of the questions you asked too is like, what else in all the layers?
Yes, there's so many layers.
I really want 380 Madam President Siraj to
talk about them.
Absolutely, yes. Talk about those layers.
Okay, so we also are planning to put together a slam team.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to that. At first, I used to kind of be against it because it was like, why you got to put me in a box? You know, why do I have to only do so many minutes? Or, you know, like, what is all this dramatic effect to it? I just want to have my free artistry. And, you know, but now the perspective kind of changed. And it's like, hey, if these are the rules, how can you push your pen better to meet these standards and confining that? Can you still be who you are, say who you are within this time frame, and competing against other people who are in their own rights, in their own cities, just as bad as you are, or whatever. And now y'all get to go head to head. So who bad for you?
Exactly.
So, you know.
So what is it exactly for those who don't know?
So slam poetry is where you get together and it's a competition for poetry. So there's rules and restrictions like 3-minute time limit, maybe, or you have to write 1-minute pieces. You can't go over, or you get points deducted. So there are usually 5 judges, and the middle 3 scores get scored, and you can get anything from 0 to 10. So you can put teams together, or you can compete individually. But with teams, it works better because people love when a group of people are on stage and giving a whole performance and in sync. So it's like this whole.
It's more powerful too.
Yeah,
and you have more support. As well.
Yes.
I like that.
So,
now,
you know,
you guys did something similar to this before, right? That you guys was competing against each other when you guys was downtown on Washington.
Oh yeah,
at the Rockefeller. At the Rockefeller.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. So kind of similar to, but more like team.
Right, and more like if you think about a basketball game or a football game, like how you really have these rules and practices and everything like that. That's literally the poetry of what that would be like as far as the competing world. I also wanted to mention that we have been doing these ciphers, might I add.
Yes, please tell us about the ciphers.
So we've been creating these like 5-minute, pretty much short films where we all get together. We have an idea, and each person will write a 1-minute piece or a 1-minute cipher or whatever. And Fetty has been making magic, putting everything together outside of the magic that us individually also contribute to when we write. You know what I'm saying? Show it up.
Tell them how you got about the concept.
Now this is the real Avengers moment. It started out at first. I just want to do like some short films, not cipher based, but just put something together and just in poetry format and make it like 5 minutes and kind of push them out every month just to keep everybody sharp with it.
Yeah.
And then it started, and we just said, you know what? The ciphers that we do in the beginning of the shows, let's just turn those into films. And
And that's
Once
how.
we did the first one, I don't know which one is my favorite. Everyone has a different one. But we're about like 6 in, 6,
Yeah.
7 in. something like that.
7. Mm-hmm.
So we're dropping one every month. It keeps everyone sharp with their pen. Whatever is going on in that month, we'll probably base it on that. Like for instance, October is breast cancer awareness month.
So you have something for
We may
that.
have
Gotcha.
something for that.
It's also spooky
It's
time. It's also spooky
Oh,
time.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's
So
true.
y'all stay tuned for that's gonna be crazy.
Oh man, that's
Man, but no one else is doing this. I have to repeat that. No one else is doing this. So let me make
That's
sure
what sets you guys apart, you know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Can I add about the ciphers?
Come
So,
on in.
Yes, come on in.
For me, the ciphers are really, really cool because it's about development too. So, as a poet, I love I love spoken word. So
Mhm.
writing, of course, is great. I love it. Spend my time writing, but it's a different type of rush. It's a different type of feel when you get to perform in front of humans. And so